afternoon. Today's video is sort of a continuation off of the previous topics in my other videos. Um, it's sort of a sliding scale of sort of refining the topic and applying it to what's current. Hence the sort of immediate crash out video, and then sort of guiding it with the sort of acknowledging precautionary measures and certain other things I wanted to address. And now I'm just reeling it in a bit, but with certain current happenings. Um, and so the title of today's video is "The Gays Are Not the Problem." Happy Pride. Where I want to start is a lot of content that seems problematic in regards to gay people that's online. I have way too much screen time, so yes, I am qualified to talk about this. And a lot of it seems to be AI generated, so I would take most of it at face value. Especially the ones that are concerning topics that may seem controversial and may not help the image of the LGBTQ community, or my favorite phrase for them, the alphabet mafia. Because most of the conversations are so 2009, it doesn't necessarily make sense for it to be in the algorithm actively. And that's why I think these are just topics that are being pushed by AI, because they're generalized topics that have appeared in forums, social media apps, websites, just that have appeared in general, that it's sort of compiled the information as to what are typical conversations that these groups have, that like if it's missing a gap in information, that's just what it's going to push into the algorithm, just to fill in that space so that the app's content is always running in full. You know what I'm saying? So everything's running at full speed. But otherwise, I've said before that I've had certain judgments and privacy violations that almost felt like basically was indirect conversion therapy vibes. I keep saying vibes, but that's not necessarily the case. It's been that directly. And with these digital infringements of privacy, I was able to gauge how intense it was and sort of the cycles that it happens in. And I just have to point out that's not something that gay people do to straight people. And just because you find anyone's preferences out of your taste, it doesn't give you the right to do that, and it doesn't prove that other person is a weirdo. I mean, like, yes, I'm a little bit weird, but I'm not a weirdo, if you know what I'm saying. And I feel like, no, actually, I know so that the people who do that and judge people based upon those things are typically worse people in general, and are enacting in weirdo behavior themselves. And it seems that heterosexual people the problematic ones like to use their children as sort of meat shields, in a sense, and use them to harass men, gay men mainly, who they feel are too adult, too explicit, or even too sexual. And it's been a common theme that there's been a purity influence in the LGBTQ spaces, and it's mainly due to the rise in conservatism, the rise in homophobia, even in liberal spaces, and the use of the family structure to villainize gay people and their expressions. And even if it is non-sexual, like how with drag queens, not all of them are sexual, and even in fully adult spaces, most of their jokes are crass. Yes, they use like harsh language, yes, but that's just adult humor dressed up in drag. And the need to make them seem like, some people have complicated thoughts about it, even drag queens themselves, they debate about it amongst themselves. I'm not a drag queen, so it's not necessarily for me to decide, basically, but it stands, the matter of the fact stands is they're not purely sexual expressions. And when it comes to my privacy violations online, it seems that a lot of people feel that it's okay to still hack your profile and force you to look at their page and force you to look at their kids. Like, here, gay person, look at the children, look at what the straight people are doing. We have kids. This is what you're supposed to be looking at, instead of whatever perverted thing you're looking at right now. And if that's not the peak of weirdo behavior, if using a minor as a tool to harass another adult isn't weirdo behavior, I don't know what is. Especially, and I just had to, I just made a TikTok today and it made me, that's what motivated me to make this video because I'm not in the mood for any of that today. And especially the fact of you guys exploiting your own children to harass strange adults. And it's not like, oh, it's not just at the point of like, like making them a target, gang stalking them, and like group, like messing with their algorithm or something like that, or like hacking into their account so you can change their phone number on the account so that you have access to it so you can like do something weird with the algorithm or whatever backend stuff. I'm not the tech guy in my friend group, so I don't know the technicalities of that. But hacking their profile and making their profile follow your page, which is mostly your child, and forcing some random grown-ass adult to look at your kids is absolute weirdo behavior. And we're the ones that are villainized and demonized, and we're the ones that people are trying to take away our rights because they think that we're a danger to the community and family structure, when it seems that the ones who uphold said family structure don't even respect it and actually, in fact, danger it.
In the 516, if the money's good, then I'll rob the crew. And for all my ladies selling puss, I love you, baby. Work that touch. Christian diva, city pop. And don't stop till the missiles drop. Pop.